Hello everyone and welcome to all of you to our channel Schrödinger's Cat. This is Devabrata here. In our previous lecture, we had discussed the solids and the semiconductor devices. And in the today's class, we will discuss the lecture number 8, the electromagnetic waves and communication system. And today we will cover the displacement current, electromagnetic wave and its characteristics, electromagnetic spectrum, communication system. And the total number of questions are coming in the NEET exam 2 or 3, JEE 3 or 4, JEE advanced 2 questions are coming in these chapters. Let's get started. That first of all, the electromagnetic waves. We just separate this board into sections. So first of all, that the light propagating in the x direction written as that E equal to E naught sine omega t minus x by c. This is the electric field, and the magnetic field B equal to B naught sine omega t minus x by c. And the displacement current, the ID, is equal to epsilon naught d phi dt. Next one, the very important Maxwell's equation. That first of all, Gauss law for electrostatics, that the E dot ds is equal to q by epsilon naught. Second one, the Gauss law for magnetism, that the B dot ds is equal to 0. Third one, the Faraday's law, that the line integral E dot dl is equal to minus d phi dt. This is the phi m, phi magnetic. And the next one, the Ampere's law, that the B dot dl is equal to mu naught I plus epsilon naught mu naught d phi electric by dt. Sorry, you have to pronounce this, the d phi dt, d phi electric dt. And the next one, that the relation between the electric field and the magnetic field, that E equal to C times B, and C would be 1 by root over epsilon naught mu naught. Next one, the energy density of electromagnetic waves, that the energy density U is equal to half epsilon naught E square plus 1 by 2 mu naught B square. So this will be written as that half epsilon naught E square means E naught square sine square omega t minus x by c plus 1 by mu naught, just put this value, so B naught square sine square omega t minus x by c. Next one, the Richardson-Dussmann equation, that I just write, this is a new equation, Richardson-Dussmann equation, that states that I equal to a s t square exponential minus phi by kt. This is the Richardson-Dussmann equation, and where S be the surface area, T be the absolute temperature, phi be the work function, K be the Boltzmann constant, A be the constant, depends on the nature of metal. This is a new equation. Next, intensity of electromagnetic waves, that I equal to half epsilon naught E square C. Determination of E from Millikan well drop experiment, that this is Q equal to, I just write, this is a experiment that Millikan well drop EXPT. So Q equal to 4 pi r cube rho minus sigma z by 3, and the r 9 eta v by 2 into rho minus sigma into z to the power half. And from these two we have got the 18 pi by e root over eta cube v cube divided by 2 rho minus sigma into z, where the eta coefficient of viscosity of air and r radius of drop, v speed of drop, and sigma is density of air, and rho be the density of well drop, and E field between the plates. Next, go ahead our communication system, next part. So in communication system, that maximum line of sight distance dm between two antenna of height ht and hr, that the dm is equal to root over 2r ht plus root 2r hr. hr height of receiving antenna. Next one, the modulation. That the modulation Ct is equal to AC sin omega Ct plus phi. Ct signal strength and the omega c is 2 pi nu c. Angular frequency phi initial phase, AC be the amplitude. And there are many graphs of sinusoidal carrier wave, modulating signal, amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, phase modulation. We just not discuss it. We also do a graph of physics. We just cover a graph theory in the mathematics, and we just another lecture in a graph of physics. Here we just discuss, and we now don't draw here the graph. Next one, the amplitude modulation. So here the carrier wave, that the Ct is equal to AC sin omega Ct, and the MT message signal AM sin omega MT, and so the modulated signal will be CMT, that the AC plus AM sin omega mt sin omega ct, that is equal to AC into 1 plus AM by AC sin omega mt into sin omega ct. So we can write also in this form, Ct is equal to AC sin omega ct plus mu AC sin omega mt sin omega ct, where the mu is equal to AM by AC. This is called the modulation index, very important, modulation index, and the modulation index would be less than equal to 1. And we can write here another expression. These expressions are important in your problem, JEE main type problem. We just write here AC sine omega ct, another form, that mu ac, because you have to find the modulation index from this equation, the given mu c minus mu mt minus mu ac divided by 2 cos omega c plus omega mt. Just put this value in the equation number 1. This is primary equation. So a plot of amplitude versus omega, you just plot here in your own. Next one, the production of amplitude modulation wave. The production of amplitude modulation wave, that here the modulation signal am sin omega mt is added to a carrier signal ac sin omega ct. So the signal would become that xt, that the carrier signal plus message signal mt. So it would become am sin omega mt plus carrier signal ac sin omega ct. So now pass through a square law device, which is a nonlinear device, that the output yt would become bxt plus cx square t. This is passed through with the nonlinear dynamics, sorry, nonlinear devices where the bc are the constant. Just put this value here, that b am sin omega mt plus b ac sin omega ct plus just square, so constant, just square means am square sin square omega mt plus ac square sin square omega ct plus 2ab cos theta means 2am ac sin omega mt sin omega ct. So now we just write here in this form bam sin omega mt bac sin omega ct plus c am square by 2 plus ac square minus c am square by 2 cos 2 omega mt. Just intercept cac square by 2 cos 2 omega ct plus c am ac cos omega c minus omega mt minus c am ac cos omega c plus omega mt. So this is the signal is passed through a band pass filter. So this signal, I just write this signal passed through a band pass filter. We just not we don't discuss here the elaborately. The band pass filters are in graduation or master degree class. So we just cover here for the NEET or GATE exam purposes. So you have not aware of this. Just keep in mind these discussions, and here it only retain the frequency, that the omega c minus omega m and the omega c plus omega m. These are the output frequencies. So we just cover this chapter summary. Now we have switched our lecture into the problem discussion session. First one is coming NEET 2021. Says that a capacitor of capacitance, I just zoom this question for your better understanding. A capacitor of capacitance C is connected across an AC source, voltage V. You have to find the displacement current, that means the ID. So V equal to V naught sin omega t and Q equal to CV. So dQ dt equal to dCV by dt, dCV dt. So dQ dt would become the CD, just put this value V naught sin omega t divided by dt. So it would become C omega V naught cos omega t. The displacement current ID is equal to dQ dt. Just put this value here, that V naught omega C cos omega t. So V naught omega C cos omega t. A would be your correct answers. Go ahead. Our next, that JEE main 2023 match with column A and B, NEET type of questions, matching. So microwave, ultraviolet, X-ray, infrared with their wavelength. This is the M spectrum and this is the lambda. So here microwave in the order, this one 0.1 meter to 1 millimeter. Next one, the ultraviolet. This is a theoretical questions. You just keep in mind 400 nanometer to 1 nanometer. Next, the X-ray. Very important, that the 1 nanometer to 10 to the power minus 3 nanometer. Next one, the infrared. Last one, that 1 nanometer to 700 nanometer. So these are the theoretical questions. Next one, that the JEE Advanced 2023. So it's saying that the electric field associated with an electromagnetic wave propagating in a direction medium given by E, which are the correct? This is basically MSQ type questions. 1 or 2 answers will be correct. So first of all, that we know B equal to E by C. Just put this value 60 divided by 3 into 10 to the power 8, that 2 into 10 to the power minus 7. So B would become, direction will be changed. So minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 sine twice pi 5 into 10 to the power 4 t minus 10 to the power 7, just put this value by 3 z. This is in Weber per meter square. We just find electric field to magnetic field. So this is E given. I just convert E to B. That next one, that this is the X, Bx. Next one, that the By is equal to Ey by C also. So it would become 30 by 3 into 10 to the power 8 speed of light. So it would become 1 into 10 to the power minus 7. And here the polarization angle theta p, we just know tan theta is equal to n by the Boosters law. We just cover in optics. So theta p would be tan inverse half. And next one, the refractive index C by V, that V equal to omega by R. Just put this value 5 into 10 to the power 14 divided by 10 to the power 7 by 3. So it would become 15 into 10 to the power 7. So mu, that the C by V would become 2. So I just write here in this form 1.5 10 to the power 8. So A would be our correct, we just calculate Bx. And the another one, the refractive index of the medium is 2. Mu equal to 2 we just find, so D would be correct. A and D would be our correct answer. This is a MSQ type question, so basically one or more than one answer should be correct. Next one, go ahead. That this question is coming from the communication system, that the JEE NEET 2016 says that a modulated signal CMT has in the form this one, and you have to find the Fc and F omega and the mu. So this is a equation is given, and this is equation is given, equation number 1, and we just now in our chapter summary we just know this equation AC sin omega cc. So you just clarify here that all the questions are coming from our chapter summary class. So very important of the chapter summary in a nutshell class, just it also be we just discuss in the chapter summary class. So it would be omega c minus omega m into t. This is the equation number 2. This is we know and this is given. So equating from the equation number 1 and the 2, we just get here the AC amplitude of carrier wave, that 30 volt. So omega c would be 300 pi. So omega c means the 2 pi fc, that the 300 pi. So you just get the value of fc just 150 hertz, and the omega c is equal to 2 pi fc. So next one, that the omega c minus the omega m would be 200 pi. So fc minus fw would be 100. So fw would become 150 minus 100, so the 50 hertz. So you have to find that the mu AC, you have to find mu AC by 2 equal to 10, just given. So AC would become by this would be 30, and the mu just put this value 10 by 15, just 2 by 3. So FC is 150 hertz. This is next one, FW, basically the F omega 50 hertz. We just calculate this one. Next one, mu is 2 by 3, this one. So B would be our correct answers. FC 150 hertz, F omega 50 hertz, and mu is 2 by 3. Go ahead, our next last one, JEE NEET 2023 recent type of questions, very important. So it's saying that the ratio of average energy density and total average energy density in the electromagnetic wave is what? Total average energy density and the average energy density. So you just know that the UE is equal to, I also discuss in this chapter summary, that the half epsilon naught E RMS square, just put this value. So half epsilon naught E RMS means E by root 2 whole square. So it would become 1 by 4 epsilon naught E square. Next the total. So total means we just know half epsilon naught E square, just ratio. So UE by UT would become, UE means 1 by 4 epsilon naught E square and the half epsilon naught E square. So it become the half. So ratio would become the half. A would be our correct answers. So we just cover here five important questions coming in the NEET, JEE and Advanced. So I just usually give you for your better clarification, practice and the conceptual understanding another 5 important questions. You just watch this video and take a screenshot quickly. So I think you just take a screenshot of this problem 5. So we just now cover here the 10 important questions coming in NEET, JEE and Advanced, and I think after solving this question you just all go through the all over the questions coming in these chapters. So last but not the least, the contact section, solve this homework, and if anyone needs this file of the study material of my YouTube lecture, just mail without no hesitation with this ID, that the cat Schrödinger's 1935 @gmail.com. And the last but not the least, thank you very much. Stay well and happy. Have a good day.